Few actors in Hollywood history have demonstrated the remarkable longevity, versatility, and sheer talent of Jodie Foster. From child prodigy to Oscar-winning actress and respected director, Foster's journey through the entertainment industry is a story of extraordinary achievement, personal challenges, and quiet resilience. This video explores the key phases of her life and career, revealing how she transformed early success into a sustained legacy while navigating the unique pressures of fame from childhood onward. Early life and childhood stardom. Born Alicia Christian Foster on November 19, 1962, in Los Angeles, Jodie Foster began her acting career at the astonishingly young age of 3 in a Coppertone television advertisement. Her mother, Brandy Almond, initially took only Foster's older brother Buddy to the audition, but young Jodie caught the casting agent's attention. This serendipitous moment launched a career that would see Foster appearing in over 50 television shows by her early teens, including popular series like Gunsmoke, The Doris Day Show, and Bonanza. Foster's childhood was marked by both professional success and personal challenges. Her parents divorced before her birth, and she was raised primarily by her mother and her mother's female partner. A gifted child who learned to read at age 3, Foster attended the Lycée Français de Los Angeles, becoming fluent in French, a skill that would later serve her well in international cinema. Despite her young age, she and her brother became the family's primary breadwinners through their acting work. The young actress's breakthrough came with Disney films like Napoleon and Samantha, 1972, and Freaky Friday, 1976, where she displayed a natural charisma and maturity beyond her years. However, it was her daring role as Iris, a teenage prostitute in Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver, 1976, that truly announced her as a formidable talent. At just 12 years old, Foster earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress for this performance, making her one of the youngest nominees in Oscar history. Transition to adult roles and Yale years. As Foster entered adulthood, she faced the challenging transition that has derailed many child stars. She attended Yale University, majoring in African American literature and graduating magna cum laude in 1985. Her time at Yale was marred by the traumatic incident in 1981 when John Hinckley Jr., obsessed with Foster after seeing Taxi Driver, attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan to impress her. The resulting media frenzy was deeply distressing for Foster, who found herself at the center of a national scandal through no fault of her own. In her Esquire essay, Why Me?, written during this period, Foster expressed her anguish at being unable to live a normal college life, writing, "Good actors are essentially good liars. I raise my eyebrows, you think I'm sexy. I dart my eyes, you think I'm smart." This experience reinforced her desire for privacy and likely shaped her guarded approach to fame in subsequent years. Academy Award success and career peak. Foster's adult career breakthrough came with The Accused, 1988, where she played Sarah Tobias, a rape victim fighting for justice. Her raw, uncompromising performance earned her first Academy Award for Best Actress. Remarkably, just 3 years later she would win her second Oscar for her iconic portrayal of FBI trainee Clarice Starling in The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. These back-to-back Oscar wins cemented Foster's status as one of her generation's finest actresses. Her Clarice Starling became an iconic character, intelligent, vulnerable yet determined, and groundbreaking in its depiction of a complex female protagonist in what was traditionally a male-dominated genre. Foster's performance was so influential that it continues to inspire analysis of its subtle LGBTQ subtext. During this period, Foster also began directing, making her debut with Little Man Tate, 1991, in which she also starred. She would go on to direct several other films, including Home for the Holidays, 1995, and Money Monster, 2016, as well as episodes of acclaimed TV series like Orange is the New Black and Black Mirror. Personal struggles and private life. Foster's personal life has been marked by her fierce protection of privacy, particularly regarding her sexuality. For years, she was Hollywood's most visible lesbian who never publicly acknowledged it. She was in a long-term relationship with producer Sidney Bernard from 1993 to 2008, with whom she raised 2 sons. In 2014, she married photographer Alexandra Hedison. In her Golden Globes acceptance speech for the Cecil B. DeMille Award in 2013, Foster made what many interpreted as a coming-out statement, saying, "I already did my coming out about 1,000 years ago back in the Stone Age." However, true to form, she maintained her characteristic ambiguity, focusing more on her love for her ex-partner and children than on making any definitive declaration. Foster has spoken openly about finding her 50s a particularly challenging decade, telling The Guardian, "The 50s were really hard for me, and I think for a lot of women, because you're like, wait, I can't do what I used to do. I'm not gonna look the same on that cover." She described turning 60 as a liberating experience that allowed her to let go of the baggage of trying to compete with your younger self. Recent work and legacy. In recent years, Foster has continued to take on compelling roles that showcase her versatility. She earned critical acclaim for her performance in The Mauritanian, 2021, winning a Golden Globe, and received her 5th Oscar nomination for Nyad, 2023, where she played Bonnie Stoll, the coach and former partner of marathon swimmer Diana Nyad. This role marked the first time Foster played an openly lesbian character on screen. Her 2024 performance as Police Chief Liz Danvers in True Detective, Night Country earned her both Emmy and Golden Globe Awards, proving her continued relevance in the industry. At 62, Foster remains one of Hollywood's most respected figures, having successfully navigated the transition from child star to adult actress to elder stateswoman of cinema. Acting legend Jodie Foster is a mom to 2 children, Charles, Charlie, Bernard Foster and Christopher, Kit, Bernard Foster, whom she co-parents with ex-partner Sidney Bernard. After they broke up in 2008, Foster and Bernard shared custody of their kids. When her sons were little, Foster worked hard to preserve their privacy and provide them with a normal childhood. She was delighted to spend time with them, improvising songs and building with Legos. While her early days as a mom were filled with lots of hands-on childcare responsibilities, now that her kids are grown, Foster savors their companionship and the close bond they share. Foster knew what it was like to grow up in the spotlight since she began working in a Coppertone commercial at age 3. "I wish that I could live my life without knowing what it was to be famous," the actor admitted to 60 Minutes in 1999. She regretted a lack of anonymity and noted that being a public figure impacted her worldview and her interactions with other people. In addition, her film work and star status led Foster to experience terrifying situations in childhood and college. Since she couldn't change her celebrity status, Foster kept her status as a famous actor under wraps during Charlie and Kit's early years. "I just wanted them to know me as their mom who went away and did a job that she loved," Foster informed Magic Radio in 2016. Here's what we know about her 2 sons. Charles Bernard Foster was born on July 20, 1998. When Charlie was 3, and Foster was pregnant with his brother, she took him to work with her and gave him a toy tool belt. For a time, Charlie believed Foster was a construction worker. By age 9, Charlie wanted to follow in Foster's acting footsteps. After she suggested he do theater and work his way up in the profession, Charlie informed her that he simply wanted her to smooth his way to fame. Once he reached adulthood, however, he participated in college productions when he attended Yale, Foster's alma mater. By 2022, Zoom Talent Management revealed that Charlie was appearing on a comedy podcast and in a feature film. Kit, Foster's younger son, was born on September 29, 2001. In interviews, Foster has described Kit as sensitive and introverted, and she doesn't believe he's interested in acting. The actor has also explained that neither of her kids enjoy sports, but they are movie enthusiasts. When he was a teen, Kit has viewed Foster's iconic performance in Silence of the Lambs. However, she noted that as young adults, her kids don't typically enjoy watching her films with her. In some instances, they've even ribbed their mom about some of her endeavors, including her Oscar-nominated performance in Nell. Even so, her sons have supported Foster by accompanying her to the Golden Globes, and Charlie was in the audience for her 2024 appearance on The Tonight Show. When Jodie Foster was awarded the prestigious Cecil B. DeMille Award at the 2013 Golden Globes, her speech incited interest in the identity of her son's father. Foster publicly discussed her sexuality and raising her sons, Charlie and Kit Bernard Foster, with her former partner, Sidney Bernard. Foster also made a special point to acknowledge her friend Mel Gibson, saying, "You know you save me too." At the ceremony, Gibson was seated with Foster, Charlie, and Kit, and their close proximity prompted rumors that he was the father of Foster's children. An anonymous individual and amateur genealogist proclaimed to media outlets that there was a resemblance between Gibson, Charlie, and Kit. Days later, Reverend Beverly Bates, the mother of actor and casting director Randy Stone, theorized that her son was Charlie and Kit's father. "I personally think he gave Jodie the gift, but she will never tell me," Bates informed the Daily Mail in 2013. Randy made an agreement with Jodie that he would never tell. Stone reportedly told his mom that when Foster's sons turned 21, she'd reveal the identity of their father. In addition to his close bond with Foster, Stone had a tight connection with Charlie and Kit. He was Uncle Randy. He took them everywhere with him and cared for them as if they were his own, Bates explained. Over a decade later, neither Foster nor her adult sons have chosen to disclose this personal detail. What is the net worth of Jodie Foster in 2025? As of 2025, Jodie Foster's estimated net worth is around $100 million. This wealth has come from her extensive career as an actress, director, and producer. Foster's acting career includes iconic roles in films like The Silence of the Lambs and Taxi Driver, both of which boosted her profile and earning potential. Additionally, she has earned significant income through film directing and producing, with films such as The Beaver and Money Monster contributing to her financial growth. Conclusion: the enduring artistry of Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster's career spans 6 decades and encompasses nearly every possible achievement in film, from child actor to Oscar winner to director. Her journey reflects both the extraordinary opportunities and profound challenges of life in the spotlight from a very young age. Through it all, she has maintained an unwavering commitment to her craft while fiercely protecting her personal life. As Foster herself reflected, "I am a solitary, internal person in an extroverted, external job. I don't think I will ever not feel lonely. It's a theme in my life." Yet this very solitude may have contributed to the depth and authenticity of her performances, allowing her to create some of cinema's most memorable characters. From the streets of Taxi Driver to the corridors of the FBI in The Silence of the Lambs to the frozen landscapes of True Detective,